guys, welcome back with a new video. So in this video we will be studying the basics of quadratic equations. Okay, so basically what quadratic equations are, they are in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, which is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation where a should not be equal to 0. So why do we say a should not be equal to 0? Yeah, this is because if a becomes 0, then this whole term would become 0, and that would make this equation a linear equation. So basically we say that a should not be 0 to make this equation as quadratic. Okay, so that was the basic. Now let's see the examples of some quadratic equations. Example 1, x square plus 3x plus 2 equals to 0 is a quadratic equation. 2x square plus 6x plus 7 is equal to 0. Even this is a quadratic equation. Yeah, so now let's see what a, b and c stand in these two equations. So in the first one, we have seen that a is the coefficient of x square. So the coefficient of x square here is 1. And we have seen b is the coefficient of x. So here 3 is the coefficient of x. So this is equal to b. And here we have seen that c is the constant. Here 2 is also a constant. So we can say 2 is the constant in this equation. Same implies here. 2 is the a, 6 is the b, and 7 is the c. Okay, so now that we have learnt the basic of quadratic equation, let's see how to factorize and solve quadratic equations. Okay, so first we can see, to split a quadratic equation there are two methods. One of them is basic factorization method, and the other one is the quadratic formula. Okay, so first let's study factorization. So basically what factorization says is, let's take an equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, right? Yeah, we also have to write a is not equal to 0. That's not always it's not like we have to mention it every time, but it is necessary as a cannot be 0, as we have studied earlier. So over here we can say that to factorize this equation we have to split this term from two ways. First of all, the sum should be the sum of the, when we split it, the sum should be equal to b and the product of them should be equal to c. Okay, so we can say let alpha and beta be the two terms which have been splitted from b. So alpha x plus beta x should be equal to bx, and the other thing which comes out is alpha into beta should be equal to c. Okay, we can also write that alpha plus beta should be equal to b. Okay, so now that we have studied this, let's do it with an example. Okay, so the first example we take is x square plus 3x plus 2, which is equals to 0. And over here we don't need to mention that a is not equal to 0, as we have already seen a here is 1 and it is not equal to 0, so we don't need to mention it. Okay, so let's solve this. We have seen that this should be split into two parts, such that the first part such that the sum should be equal to 3 and the product should be equal to 2. Okay, so which are these two numbers? We have to find this out with trial, hit and trial. Okay, so we can directly see that these are two numbers, 2 and 1. When we add them both, we get 3, and when we multiply them both, then we get 2. So we can here we can see that these are the perfect combinations. So we can write it as x square in brackets plus 1x, which is same as x, plus 2x plus 2 as it is. We have only split the middle term into two parts, not the constant nor the highest power, which is x square. Okay, so 2 as it is, which is equal to 0. Okay, let me erase this thing. Okay, so here we can see that let these be two separate brackets. Let's put them in two separate brackets. Now here we can see x square plus x is a different term and 2x plus 2 is a different term. Okay, so let's factorize this. We have studied it earlier in earlier grades that to factorize this thing we need to take out the common one. So here we can see the common is x. So we take out x of the brackets and put this here. So when we multiply them both, we get x square. Okay, so x times x plus 1, and this becomes 2, which is the common one, x plus 1. Okay, so now let's put them here. So here we get x times x plus 1 plus 2 times x plus 1 gives us 0. Now x plus 1 is common, so we take them as one unit and put them in separate one. So the factorization we get is x plus 2 and x plus 1, which is equals to 0. Okay, so this was how to factorize them. Now let's see how to solve this and find the value of x. So the basic thing which I want to tell you is that whatever is the degree of the equation, that is the number of roots we get. Note it down. Okay, so what basically is meant by roots? Roots are the solutions of x or any variable present in the equation. And degree is the highest power of the equation. Here in quadratic, that is 2. So we get 2 roots. Okay. Okay, so now let's solve this and find the value or the root of x. Okay, so now that we have seen x plus 2 when multiplied with x plus 1 gives us 0. So either x plus 2 can be 0 or either x plus 1 can be 0. So we can say that this is 0. Then x plus 2 should be let's say x plus 2 is equal to 0. So this is a linear equation, and let's say this one also, x plus 1 is also equal to 0. So this is the second one. So x can either be x equals to minus 2 or x can be minus 1. So these are the two roots of the equation. Okay, so let's move to the quadratic formula part. The quadratic formula. Please excuse my spelling. Okay, so what actually is quadratic formula? So when at times when we can't find the value of x by factorizing them, just how simply over here it happened, it's not always possible that we get as simple as that. So we use the quadratic formula, which is as below: x is equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So here we know that ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 and a is not equal to 0. Okay, so here a goes here and b goes here. Okay, so that's basically the substitution of values in this quadratic formula. Okay, so this is the quadratic formula, and this at times is much easier to solve out problems. So now that we have learned this quadratic formula, let's put it in an example. Okay, so let's take the same example for now. So let the example be x square plus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so now here we can see a is equal to 1, b is equal to 3 and c is equal to 2. Okay, so now let's put the values of a, b and c in this formula. X is equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, which is equals to, so here we know b is equal to 3, so minus b would be equal to minus 3 plus or minus under root b square. So here we take the square of b, which is equals to 9, minus 4 times 2 into 1, which gives us 8 upon 2a, twice a. So here a is 1, so twice a will be 2. So minus 3 plus or minus under root 1 divided by 2. Under square root of 1 is always 1. So here we get minus 3 plus 1 by 2 comma minus 3 minus 1 by 2. So minus 3 plus 1 is minus 2 by 2 and minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4 by 2. So when we cancel them out, we get minus 1 and minus 2 as the answer. Okay, so that was for this. So that was all for this lecture, and now I will be giving you some sums which you may practice for your own development, and the next lecture I will be solving these sums and giving you the solutions. So let me paste them here. Yeah, so here are the questions. X square plus 11x minus 35 is equal to 0. 2x square minus 4x minus 2 is equal to 0. Minus 4x square minus 7x plus 12 is equal to 0. 20x square minus 15x minus 10 is equal to 0. X square minus x minus 3 is equal to 0. 5x square minus 2x minus 9 is equal to 0. 3x square plus 4x plus 2 is equal to 0. And minus x square plus 6x plus 18 is equal to 0. Okay, so if you will be having any problems in these solutions, or you might not be able to remember the formula or this factorization method, you can always skip backwards and see how I solved the earlier problems, and in the next class I will be giving you the solutions for these questions. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video if it was helpful, and leave in the comments below how did you find the video and any doubts you have regarding this topic, and post any suggestions that you might want to know about anything from this topic, and I will be posting a quadratic equations part 2 video on this. Thank you.